Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hope you're doing well. So if you're familiar with these series, I call it the Safe Citizen, but these articles are from the NRA magazine, the American Hunter.org magazine, and they deal with situations where people were able to defend their lives, their property, and their loved ones from criminals exercising their Second Amendment rights. And liberals are trying their hardest to erase that ability for citizens to have lethal weapons to defend themselves. Okay? So I always like sharing positive stories where people were able to save themselves. Okay? Because police, as you know, show up after you're already hurt. Okay? They're there to clean you up off the cement. Alright, let's begin. The armed citizen. This is also the March 2025 one. Bismillah. A couple at home in Manatee County, Florida, on December 26, 2024. It says FLA. Florida should be something else, but I'm not recognizing that. So forgive me if it's not Florida. Receive alerts of motion outside their house from their security cameras around 9 p.m. They saw two masked men on the video feed and immediately reacted. The husband told the wife to retreat to a safer place in the home and retrieve his firearm. He soon encountered an intruder who had pried open a window using a large screwdriver. So notice the weakness there in the window. Another suspect was allegedly crawling through the same window. The homeowner fired on the invader, striking him multiple times and ultimately killing him. The other suspect fled, but was arrested nearby after being tracked by a police canine dog. The suspect, who died, was from Mexico, had served 4 months in jail for a prior residential burglary, had been released on parole in the month prior to this incident, and was already wanted for parole violation. The other suspect, from Chile, was confirmed to have overstayed a 90-day visa. The sheriff said, "This is the state of Florida." Also, I was right, it was Florida. If you want to break into someone's home, you should expect to be shot. He also lauded the homeowner's crisp response. He knew something bad was about to happen, and he didn't stall. Okay, so notice this. At 9 p.m., you're chilling at home. That's a lot of time where moms, families are enjoying their bedtime routine. And then these criminals coming in, doing that to the window with a screwdriver. What's funny is, some people don't want to put elegant bars on their windows, which I think could help some people in certain circumstances. Now, he didn't stall, okay? The wife was sent to retreat to a safer place while he handled the criminal. I wonder where feminists were. Why didn't she go and put her life on the line? But again, we see a man doing his best to protect his family. I wonder why Florida's thing is FLA, when Florida doesn't have its FLOR. Interesting. A couple parked at a fast food restaurant in St. Petersburg, Florida, around 8 p.m. on December 4, 2024. After the wife went inside to pick up food, a masked man allegedly entered the car and attempted to carjack the husband. However, the victim pulled out his own gun and fired at the suspect, causing him to flee. The suspect turned himself in and was hospitalized in critical condition at the time of reporting. He faces charges of attempted carjacking and occupied vehicle trespassing. Look at that. So you're just trying to get some food. It's 8 p.m., and then here comes someone trying to carjack you. That's in Florida. So we got two stories from Florida. Someone coming into your home, because I know some people will be like, well, if you just stay in your house, you'll be safe, as if criminals don't come to where you live. Okay. On the morning of December 8th, 2024, a man broke into an apartment in Westchester, Ohio, through the balcony door An armed citizen was home, however, and after hearing noises, found the intruder and shot him. Mashallah. The suspect was transported to the hospital but died there. The investigation was ongoing. I don't feel bad. You break into someone's house, you should expect to lose your life. Now, it's so important to remember these people will R-word you. They'll take everything you've ever earned, and all the police can do is write a report, and if they have enough funds, maybe they'll find the guy. But see, you having the right, the God-given right to defend your life and property and loved ones is something that has to be protected regardless of how gang culture is promoted through music. You could easily ban all gangbanger content from the internet. Change the way in which people operate with firearms. Think about it. Before gangbanger culture came up, you had the cowboy stuff, but kids were very handy, very comfortable with using their dad's shotgun. There was responsibility. But kids now have access to more knowledge, but they seem more stunted, right? And yet they're able to experience stuff through games, violent video games. But when you get older, you're not allowed. People want it to where you're not allowed to have a lethal weapon to defend your life. That as a man, you should watch a criminal who purchased an illegal firearm use it against your family, and you should just shut up and let the criminals do whatever they want to you. You know, and a lot of liberals, they live in areas where there's a lot of police, where it's expensive, and so they avoid a lot, and they don't even think about the common person who has to defend themselves. You know, it's funny how feminists are not pro-Second Amendment for the most part. A man and his daughter were inside their residence in Houston, Texas, on the afternoon of December 11, 2024, when a man broke into the home. The daughter was apparently asleep at the time of the break-in, but woke up to find the suspect inside and fatally shot him. The investigation remained open. Okay, so his adult daughter, this criminal there, she's asleep. She woke to find him inside, and she blasted him. Woman was able to use her Second Amendment rights to get rid of a criminal who broke into her home. Islam has no rules that says women aren't allowed to defend themselves with lethal force. Knowing how to use a firearm isn't masculine behavior, it's life-saving behavior. No woman in Islam was banned from having a sword or a bow and arrow or picking up a rock to defend herself. Okay? In modern times, with modern weaponry, a woman should have some competency, some intelligence. Now, if she's as dumb as a box of rocks, can't even tie her shoes, well then certainly she shouldn't have that. She should be put into a playpen and have a helmet on. But if a woman goes with an instructor and is guided and educated and has a safety tool stored safely where she can defend her children while her husband's at work, that is important. Because women will say some like, oh, I'm afraid to use that. Okay, accept being R-worded then. Because those criminals are going to come into your home. They're going to want some sugar before they go. Okay? So are you just going to let them? Or are you going to do something? What if they do that to your 10-year-old daughter? Are you just going to stand there and watch? No. A tiger is given claws and teeth. The eagle is given a beak and talons. Humans are given hands to hold weapons to defend themselves from other horrible humans. A homeowner in Madison, Indiana, complained to his neighbor about someone breaking into his garage just before Christmas. The neighbor told reporters he believed the man installed security cameras after that break-in. Unfortunately, the new cameras did not stop two men from breaking into the man's home around 4 a.m. on December 26th. The homeowner had other precautions in place, however, and shot the two home invaders dead. The investigation was still ongoing. See that? They're probably breaking in to see if they can steal a TV or something like that. And if they went in before Christmas, they went back after Christmas, because some people store stuff in the garage after Christmas. So, notice that. They hit the same house twice. Think about that. So your garage, this is why fences are important, and a guard dog outside is also important. Even though they could blast your dog, you'll still wake up from that noise, right? But it's important to know that a camera, people these days, they don't care about cameras. In fact, they would probably want to film it so they can upload it on social media and go viral. In Chesterfield County, S. Carolina, on December 28, 2024, a man entered a convenience store around 8:45 p.m. and put a gun to the clerk's head, demanding money. The clerk, however, was also armed and, fearing for his life, managed to draw his own firearm and shoot the assailant multiple times, killing him. Security cameras in the store confirmed his account, and no charges are expected against the defender. The sheriff reminded its citizens, a person who is not engaged in unlawful activity and who is attacked in another place where he has a right to be, including his place of business, has no duty to retreat, beautiful, mashallah, and has the right to stand his ground and meet force with force, including deadly force, mashallah, tabarakallah. Liberals don't believe in that. If he reasonably believes it is necessary to prevent death or great bodily injury to himself or another person, or to prevent the commission of a violent crime. Chesterfield County Sheriff's Office. Beautiful. That's wonderful. See, liberals have made it to where if a criminal comes inside to R-word you and take your stuff, you have to flee. You know, the criminal has more rights than you. And if you blast them, they're going to shed some tears for the criminal. Oh, how dare you? Oh, you filthy extremist. Oh, he just wanted the bread in your apartment. No, no. See, you don't have to run away out of your own property or where you have a right to be in a public store. This is his place of work. Okay? You have to understand, this guy's just trying to work, earn an honest living. Here comes a filthy criminal. Why does the world need him? Put him in the dirt. It's good that criminals feel scared. Criminals love to prey on the innocent. They don't care about prison. They can get drugs in there. They get same-gender homo pleasure. They don't have to work anymore. They don't have to pay rent. They just sit around eating chips. Sure, it may be boring, but it's not like they're doing hard labor in a Chinese gulag. I love it when people are given rights to defend themselves against predators. On December 30, 2024, a man reportedly went into a store in Jacksonville, Florida, and attempted to rob a store employee. Look at that, you're just trying to earn an honest living. Here comes a criminal. An altercation ensued and carried the two men outside the store. The would-be robber got into a vehicle and attempted to run over the store employee. Look at that. Who then drew a firearm and fired several shots at the driver in the car, causing him to crash the vehicle. The suspect was responsive when police arrived, but later died of his gunshot wounds. Good riddance. The investigation was ongoing. Jacksonville, Florida. So notice, what's the pattern here? Innocent people going about their day. Innocent people. They're like, no, you know what? We're just doing our job. We want to earn. You know, we don't want to be criminals. We want to be productive citizens. Criminals are like, nah, let's not do that. I want fast money. Let's just go and take from others since we're too lazy to, you know, do an honest day's work. Right? We'd rather rob, pillage, break in, all that stuff. So notice, several accounts, someone was in their home, Manatee County, Florida. 9 p.m. Guy and his wife mind their own business at home. The other one, a lady, adult daughter. She's in Houston, Texas. Guy breaks into the home in the middle of the night. Boom, gets blasted. Okay? Someone's in their apartment in Chester, Ohio. Criminal's like, hey, you know what? Let me just do some crimes right now because I'm a piece of garbage. Comes in, gets blasted. Okay? Oh, let's go get some fast food, honey. I'm hungry. What about you think? Sure, let's go out, love. Okay? St. Petersburg, Florida. They go in there. Boom. Criminal's like, you know what? Let me just carjack this guy. Oh, no. See that? Think about it. Oh, hey man, I'm lucky enough to have a garage. Oh, it gets broken into. Let me put some cameras. Next time, oh, they're breaking in my garage at 4 a.m. after Christmas. You see? Criminals, liberals are like, oh, we have to let the criminals have GEDs and, you know, how dare Bukele and El Salvador make them sew clothes? You know, you're just like, you people are sick. And it's always the liberals who are like talking heads on YouTube, and they're able to stream safely from their own home, and they live out in the suburbs, and you're like, hey man, why don't you come live in some ghetto and just tell us how wonderful it is and how guns don't save lives. Because remember, Operation Fast and Furious, look it up, okay? We all know that there's corrupt elements in government of all nations. There's always going to be arms available. Always. It's too valuable. Denying good people the right to defend themselves endangers the good people and helps the enemies of the good people. It's as simple as that. And when it comes to school security, okay, they'll be like, oh, we can't have the Second Amendment because of the school security. Okay, the airports got updated. Why can't you have that? In Philadelphia, where I went to school, there was a TSA child-style checkpoint. We go in, take off your shoes, put your backpack through a scanner, you have an ID tag. The school was segregated by school uniform. I went to the business side. There was other ones. Their uniform was white with green pants, others with white with blue pants. Ours was burgundy, like crimson, maroon, with khaki colored pants, tan pants. Okay, and on Fridays you got to wear whatever you wanted, within reason. There was active school security, so tough looking, swole black dudes. They were really cool, very polite. And there was no door handles like on the outside. Like for one, like it was like propped open. There was fences, there was barbed wire in Kensington. You can go there probably now, and I wonder if they still have it. But I liked that. I didn't mind at all. And each person had an ID tag and your picture was on it. You know? And guess what else they did? You had to give them your cell phone. They put your name on it, like a sticker. And then at the end of the day, you can pick it up. Right? Because that way, if you got a problem with a kid at school, they can't text their cousins to come F you up as you come outside the school. You're also less distracted. You can't cause trouble or play music in class. I really like that. You know, it was regimented. And I know there's probably someone like, oh, my school, you know, it's so open and free range. Like when I went to school in Utah, in one of the schools, there's like one fat cop. Nothing ever happened on the school. There was fights, but there wasn't anything really deadly. But where my kids go to school, my eldest that is, they updated the security. So they have like the tall iron fence, nice classy looking gate, and then there's a thinner mesh wire between the bars so that you can't, like if you had a weapon, you wouldn't be able to like reach your arm around and open the handle. And on the all along the perimeter, they should make, there's a couple of fences that need to be taller. But the point is that the classrooms are protected on one side. I see it. And so they also have security cameras also, which don't do a whole lot, but you got to be buzzed in sometimes to get into the school during school hours. Okay? Remember, Ilhan Omar and other radical leftists said that having school police officers was a sign of oppression, and it was based on racism. Okay? So they wanted to get all school cops out of school without updating the infrastructure of the school and the security measures. So, think about that. Do they actually care about the kids, or they just want kids to be their sacrificial lamb so they can take away your Second Amendment rights? After the first or two school incidents, Columbine and whatnot, Sandy Hook, it would have been much clearer to say, Okay, if we can send money to Is Not Real, we can send money to Ukraine, we can afford to update our schools. All our schools. Nope, not important. No. Send money to proxy wars and all that, who cares about them kids? And then, oh, well, we can't oppress our people like other countries because these Americans, they'll mount up. They'll fight us back. So we have to disarm them first, and then we can bring on some totalitarian, oppressive regime. There's something there. So just remember, being sober, getting educated, being responsible, okay, those are all things you have to do when it comes to firearms. Anger management, patience, self-control, okay? You can totally be a reasonable, responsible person and know how to defend yourself, okay? So, keep being positive and bold and know your rights. Educate yourself on your rights. Don't be obnoxious. Don't be like 2 Chainz and Juicy J and whomever else being Tekashi 6ix9ine, flashing your weapons and then just retarded stuff. No, don't be like the cartels, guys with their AKs, just even though it does look kind of cool. Don't be causing trouble to your neighbors. Hunting devices, self-defense tools, not things you go around and oppress people with. No, don't do that. Okay. Take care. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the blog.